What's up guys, Alina back again to talk about another major topic when it comes to weight loss, and this is how to break through a plateau. So how many times have you guys heard someone say, or maybe experienced this for yourself, that everything was going great, you were doing really well with your fitness and weight loss, then all of a sudden you hit a plateau and your weight just simply stopped budging? If you watch my video on how crash dieting can affect your metabolism, you already have an understanding of one of the main reasons most people end up hitting a wall or a plateau, as we like to call it. Just to recap, typically due to chronic undereating, your metabolic rate actually slows down and your body becomes reluctant to let go of stored body fat, since it's now not getting enough of the energy and nutrients that it actually needs from your day-to-day eating. And quite often, you may even start gaining weight, no matter how low you cut your calories or how much you work out. So if this is happening, don't feel like it's only happening to you. Another major reason most people hit a plateau is due to chronic stress and elevated excessive cortisol levels. So if you're constantly under a state of stress, whether you're aware or unaware of it, as I had mentioned in my video on how stress affects your weight, working long, mentally draining hours can still be an elevated stressor, even if you are truly enjoying your job, just as one example, right? So working 12 to 14-hour days, always being on your feet and mentally stimulated is a stressor. So essentially, your cortisol levels will stay elevated, your blood sugar may remain constantly elevated, inflammation levels go up, which can easily be reflected on the scale, hormones become unbalanced and lead to a cascade of other issues, amongst many other factors. So here's what you can actually do about it. If you've been dieting and under eating for a really long time, you can start focusing on a process of what's called reverse dieting. This basically involves slowly adding calories back in a very incremental way, different for everyone of course, typically from carbs and fats. If you're uncertain on where to start, feel free to message me and I can help. Depending on how long you've been under eating, your body may take some time to heal and rebalance before it feels comfortable letting go of that stored body fat. But trust the process and do your own research as always. Will you lose weight immediately? Maybe, but likely not. But you will feel better, have better energy, probably sleep much better, and be in a better day-to-day mood. You'll have better workouts, you'll feel naturally leaner, less bloated, amongst other things. And body fat will also come down. But it's up to you to make your body feel stable and comfortable knowing you're in a better place, feeding it enough, and working on your actual relationship with food. So that's the first thing. Secondly, let's focus on the mental health and stress management. So if you are in a high state of stress, try adding some small mindfulness practices to your day-to-day. I'm not telling you to avoid stress altogether, because that's literally impossible in the world we live in. Everybody has stressors in their life. However, what you can do is focus on the things that you can actually control and that you can actually manage on a day-to-day basis. So I would suggest a few habits that, although I promise they'll be subtle, they will make a huge difference, both psychologically and physiologically. Start implementing some meditation in your day. It doesn't have to be an everyday thing, but if you have the time for it, it definitely can be. Start small, maybe 3 to 5 minutes each time. I personally recommend visualizations, as it helps having someone that actually guides your thoughts. At least that's what works best for me. You can also try box breathing and journaling, so have your own kind of journal in the morning where you write maybe things you're grateful for, goals for the day, etc. Like meditation, these practices can go a long way towards establishing more balance in your life. Now, if time is an issue, make it so that it's not. In my experience, we can always make time for the things that matter. If your health and wellness and your body matter to you, set time for yourself on the calendar. You could just completely block it off. It could be 5 to 10 minutes where you put your phone away, you don't check your texts, you don't check your emails, and you actually spend some alone time trying some of the practices I mentioned. You can also put on some soothing music, listen to a podcast you enjoy, or just go for a walk outside your house or somewhere in a nice park. Whatever you find will help settle your mind and give you a break from the day-to-day hustle and bustle is essentially what we're looking for. The main takeaway from this video is that hitting a plateau doesn't mean work out more and cut calories further. Instead, try to look at the bigger picture. Ask yourself, am I tackling my goals in the most sustainable way possible? Or am I just trying to get results in the shortest amount of time possible? Am I paying attention to my health from all angles? Or am I putting my head down and focusing exclusively on weight loss at the expense of everything else? And lastly, are the stressors in my life something I've noticed getting progressively worse? If so, how are they actually affecting me and my body, both inside and out? So take some time to think about all of this. You should see noticeable improvements in all aspects of your day-to-day when focusing on your wellness, not just the scale going down and weight going down on the scale. And as always, this is just another way that you can work smarter and not harder. I hope you guys found this informative, and if you have more in-depth questions, please don't hesitate to message me directly.